Well, this is YouTube Hillbilly Monsters doing another response really quick to Reptilian Scum, Victor Fox. Okay, I really wanted to just touch on just a few more issues with you. Your video where you used the sock. You really toward the beginning of that video, you mentioned that I claim that Anonymous is a terrorist organization that blows up buildings and kills people. When did I say that? I went out of my way in my other video to claim that they hadn't. But anyway, this really isn't about Anonymous. This is about you, and about you pretending to be with Anonymous, and about you being so miserable that you have to claim to be all these things that you're not. You claim to be an engineer who is familiar with demolitions. You claim to be with the cyber hacking group Anonymous. Yet you can't seem to get the microphone settings right on a webcam. So I'm having trouble believing you. I'm having trouble believing you. And I'm noticing that you're using the red herring argument once again. Perhaps you should look it up. Where you're claiming that I am wrong because I said, quote unquote, that Anonymous is a terrorist organization that bombs buildings and kills people, when in fact I had never said that. That is a red herring argument. That is an argument that you put forward to drive people off track, away from the truth. And red herring gets its name from hunting, actually. Fox hunting, I believe. What hunters would do to drive other hunters off of the scents of their animals is they would drag a red herring across the path. It's a type of fish. And the dogs would follow that scent and lose the scent of the animal that they were tracking. That's precisely it. Driving people or steering people away from the prize, from the truth. The ultimate prize is always the truth. In hunting, of course, the ultimate prize was the game. So, that's how the red herring term came about. It's very clear that you're using this. You're using red herring again and going out and saying that Anonymous, as you see it, as you perceive Anonymous, that their movement can be compared to the civil rights movement of the 1960s and early 1970s. But yet you put on your page, on your channel, that Anonymous does it for the lulz, for the laughs. So you're contradicting yourself as well. But you posted that video on this Reptilian Scum channel, a video in which you state that you are Victor Fox, you put the mask on, and you make this comment, you make this claim that Anonymous, or your sect of Anonymous, or Anonymous as you see it, as being a part of yourself, engages in a behavior solely for honorable purposes. Would it have crossed your mind to possibly do a little checking, a little thinking about what you're actually saying, and make sure that the statements on your channel don't contradict that? I mean, and then you put this sock on and talk in a funny voice because you can't have an adult conversation with me anymore. That time is over. You're resorting to this type of desperate mocking behavior now, as so many others have done, as Mr. Dark Zodiac has done, as Logical Statements has done. When you can't beat someone in an argument, when you cannot prove their argument to be fallacy and your own argument to be valid, you stoop to character assassination. to poking fun at the other individual. Now, you could claim, and I know that's going to be your next claim, that I do the same thing. That I'll find someone who's making an argument about someone else, and that I will show some of the things that they've done in their videos as a means to defame them. This is not the case. You see, I don't splice people's videos up and make it appear as if they'd said things that they have not said. I don't mock people. I don't go on cam and pretend to be Mr. Dark Zodiac or Mr. Victor Fox. Yourself. I could very easily get a Guy Fawkes mask and come on here and mock you and set up a fake account, Victor Fox with 2 E's in it instead of 1 or something, and start acting real stupid and goofy like you guys do. You're not going to find me doing that. You're not going to find me putting a sock on my hand and talking in funny voices. It's really cheesy and it's really pathetic when you actually reach a point where you no longer have the validity of your argument, and you know that you don't, so you have to stoop to that level. And my point in making the videos about Mr. Dark Zodiac, for example, was that he was going online calling people pedophiles, calling people idiots, saying that they were stupid, that they didn't know anything. So I just thought I would look through his comments and see, and show people that here's a guy telling others that they're stupid, that they're idiots, who cannot read and write properly. I think that the argument that I was making, as far as the people he was attacking and telling them not to take him seriously, that he's not a real threat, he's just too dumb to know any better, that the point that I was making was iterated very well in my critique of his videos and showing some of the things that he had done, as well as yours. You see, I don't need to mock you. I use you to mock you. I just show you clips of your videos and let other people see what you've done, and then after I show that clip, I'll go back and I'll say, this is what I'm seeing in this video, this is what this individual is doing, listen to what he said here, listen to what he said here, for example, i.e. It's all things that you have said. And you still haven't touched upon the subject of the fact that you did compare the anonymous movement and your own with the civil rights movement of the 60s, yet you put Anonymous Does It for the Laws on your channel. You haven't addressed that, and I don't expect you to. I don't expect you to address that, because you have no way to address that and save face at the same time. You have to pretend that I never said it and simply move on and attack other parts of my argument rather than that. It's a lot like the politician who goes to a town hall meeting and the people in the town hall meeting are yelling and screaming at him and they're saying, "You bastard, you've wrecked our economy." And him turning around and saying, "But I'm pro-life." That's red herring, trying to draw people off subject. Or by saying, well, the economy is bad, but, or however, this guy did this. Admit nothing, deny everything, make counter accusations. That is directly out of the politician's playbook. You claim to be against politicians. You claim that yourself and your alleged connection to Anonymous, the people you're connected with, hold themselves to a higher standard than that. That they are unlike the people that they speak out against, Scientology or whatever, government specifically. That they are different, and that they have moral high ground. That they're doing what is right, while what the politicians are doing is wrong. But you engage in the same type of behavior. You use the same types of tactics in your arguments. You engage in character assassination in precisely the same way that they do. In fact, you do it worse. You do it more so. I have never seen a politician attack another politician by saying that Lady Gaga has a bigger member than they do. There are things even politicians won't do because they know that in the public eye, that would basically be committing political suicide. You are trying to win hearts and minds if you are a member of Anonymous. It should not matter who is supporting you, as long as they're supporting you. And the way for Anonymous to succeed would be for Anonymous to actually effectively communicate the idea that Anonymous stands for everyone who has been wronged. You, however, do not. Explain yourself. Instead of coming out with these desperate backhanded attacks, like the sock, I know you're capable of doing a better job than that. You're not that stupid. You're not NWO Tunes. Okay? You've come on cam. You've shown your face, something I'm not willing to do. If you're through with the argument, be through with it. We disagree. That's it. However, the attacking of other people just because you perceive them as being easy targets. This Jared Milton kid. You can watch his videos. You can tell that I don't want this to come off as hateful in any way or derogatory. I don't want to hurt his feelings. But he's mentally challenged. And it's obvious that he is. And you attack him because you know you can attack him and that he won't be able to come back at you with anything substantial. You attacked me with the Victor Fox gym. We had some conversations back and forth, and you just stopped. Not sure why. I don't know if maybe there was an issue with a flagging issue, maybe you got kicked out of your account for a while. I don't know. I know these things happen, and maybe that's why you set up this other one, the same way George Bush pimps did Steal This World. But you really can't expect anyone to take you seriously. I've asked you very relevant questions, and you've clearly ignored them. Find in my video where I said that Anonymous bombed buildings and killed people. Find it. You're going to claim that I said it. You need to find it. And you need to show me. And others. Nobody's going to believe you just because you say it. Show it. You can't. You throw it out there. That was not only red herring, that was also hyperbole. Making outlandish claims for the sole purpose of driving people off topic as well. Outlandish claims. Gross overstatements. Hyperbole. I claim that Anonymous was a cyber-terrorist organization that had not conducted violent attacks to date. You in turn claimed that I said that Anonymous is a terrorist organization that blows up buildings and kills people. That is by definition hyperbole. And those types of things, while people may not know what that argument is, they may not know the exact term for it, they understand the tactic and they understand really what you're trying to do. This is YouTube. Here be monsters. Respond to me with something substantial. If you want to put words in my mouth, I will continue to destroy you for it. Have a good night.